Hey, look, I'm back again after like a year off of my channel because no one really watched it apart from my friends, and I didn't really see the need to make videos for my friends because they're my friends and they get to experience me in real life and not via streaming. Anyway, E3 happened and it was pretty cool. I spent it around my friend's house. We stayed up all night playing Smash Brothers and Splatoon and Street Fighter and watching all the conferences live, and we all freaked out, we all cried, and everyone was a little bit unhappy about certain things, everyone was very happy about certain other things, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm not going to do 3 videos on all the 3 conferences because, to be honest with you, I can't be bothered, so there's no point. So instead, I'm just going to recap my thoughts on the 3 major companies and their presence at E3, more specifically surrounding their conferences. So let's start with Microsoft, who went first. Microsoft went kind of a bit crazy to begin with when they announced backward compatibility, something that everyone's been wanting since, I don't know, the last couple of generations. They said it was a highly sought after feature, which was obvious. We wanted that from day one. Why it took them so long to do it, I don't know. Maybe I do know. It's because Sony did PlayStation Now, which I currently have a beta access to, but I can't take advantage of because my internet's too shit. So that's sad for me, but whatever. Microsoft basically just said, fuck you guys, we want to give this shit free for the people who own, thousands of millions of people who own the Xbox 360s, who haven't already sold their fucking games and console, to fund the purchase of an Xbox One. So, I don't know. I still got all my 360 games, so I will be taking advantage of that once I get an Xbox One, whenever that may be. Who knows? So it was quite a funny little statement they made when they were like, we believe you shouldn't have to pay to play the games that you own already, which makes sense. What makes me laugh though is that they were talking as if like it took them this long just to fucking get that particular piece of that feature running. It's like that shit was ready from day one. It was pretty obvious, to be honest with you. Sony, same thing with them as well. It's been ready from day one, but they decided to charge you for it. So fuck them. Yeah. Microsoft then went on to show off this new controller that you can take apart and put different controller parts on. It's going after the SCUF market, I think, who make custom control pads for people who like to play FPS games and fighting games that require like fraction of a second difference or some shit like that. I don't know. The only shooter I play right now is Splatoon. Yeah, that's about as far as my breadth of knowledge goes. Breadth, I don't fucking care. So yeah. After that, I can't remember what else they showed off, to be honest with you. None of it was that exciting. Think Halo 5, don't give a shit about that. They showed off Fable, don't give a shit about that. That's pretty much all I remember from their conference. The backward compatibility, the stupid control pad that cost about £130. That was that. That was dumb. I honestly can't. Oh, Rare showed off 30 games for $30, which is all of like a bunch of their old games ported over to an Xbox One and a retail disc for you to play. It's alright, I suppose. Pretty cool. And then they announced their brand new game that everyone's been waiting a million years for, and it's some sort of pirate game where you be a pirate with other people. It didn't look particularly exciting, to be honest with you. Moving on swiftly to Sony, who basically just went fucking mental and announced a whole bunch of shit that everyone wanted. There was no mention of PlayStation Now, which I thought was quite interesting, but at the same time it was quite expected, so yeah, never mind. But enough of that shit. They announced fucking Last Guardian, which is coming out next year. How much more does that game need to be fucking delayed? It's been delayed for like a billion years already. Well, whatever, fine. Waited this long, wait even longer. They showed a really cool gameplay demo of the boy shouting at that catbird thing, telling it to jump on 2 things. He was telling it to jump on like some weak-looking scaffolding, and that scaffolding could have easily just fucking given way, and it did most of the times, and he could have killed that bird thing. That kid's reckless as shit, man. But it doesn't matter, because in the end, they're both going to die anyway, so whatever. Yeah. Then they announced Final Fantasy VII Remake. Everyone was like, ah! And they showed a trailer. I don't know if it was in-game or if it was CG. CG was quite prominent in fucking E3, man. I was like, why are you showing me CG for? I don't care about your CG. CG was exciting back in the PS1 days, PS2 days, when you look at FMV and be like, wow, that looks amazing. And then you play the game and you're like, it's still kind of amazing. But nowadays, like, I don't give a shit about CG. Everyone does fucking CG. Fucking mobile games on TV do CG. I don't give a shit about CG no more. Although, however, they did show CG and then they'll show a trailer or a gameplay footage after. I don't mind that so much. I don't like when you reveal a game and you only show CG. I can't get excited about that. What's the point? You know what I mean? Nothing. What's the point? It's like showing me a wrapper for Snickers, but I can't actually get inside and eat the Snickers. What the fuck's the point in that? They're the fucking cock tease. Well, not really a cock, mouth tease, whatever that means. I don't give a shit. So Final Fantasy VII Remake coming probably next year, and also it's not going to be an exclusive, but it's going to be a timed exclusive to PS4. Wow, I don't care. Then they finally showed off Shenmue 3, which went live via Kickstarter. Sony were quite adamant to say that they're only going to make this, that this is completely their project. It's got nothing to do with Sony. Like, you know, they can do what they want. We're just here to show you the Kickstarter, which got funded in like 8 hours for 2 million. And everyone was like, 2 million is quite a low amount to fund a game like Shenmue, considering the first game was like one of the most expensive games in the history of life. But this one's only 2 million. Start with that. Then it came out afterwards that Sony's actually helping with funding it, and I think some other stuff with it. But basically Sony have got something to do with it. So they're probably going to fund it and whatever. So I don't know what that means. What it probably means is it's only going to be on PS4 and PC. Because now, exclusive to PS4 pretty much just means exclusive to PS4 and also on PC. So happening with Street Fighter 5, happening with No Man's Sky, which is coming out on everything anyway, apart from Wii U. No one gives a shit about Wii U anymore anyway. And there's that. So yeah, Sony showed off that. They showed off, they've got a new partnership with Activision to whore out the Call of Duty franchise, which I don't give a shit about. And I kind of saw it coming when I didn't see Call of Duty shown off at the Microsoft conference, which they usually open with. And everyone's like, ugh, get this shit out of the way. Showed us more campaign, which was pretty much like every other fucking campaign. Someone's driving in a fucking car / jeep / futuristic car jeep. Then he crashes. Oh, we've got to get out of the car quickly and shoot. Quick, we've got out. Cool. Let's run over here. Look out, there's some things over there. Let's shoot him. Pam. Oh look, there's a new mechanic. Oh yeah. And then that's pretty much it. Boring. Everything looks like Titanfall nowadays. Oh, we've got exoskeletons. We can jump high and we can run on walls and shit. And it's like, I really like Splatoon, by the way. Just want to say that. That game's fucking awesome. So if you haven't already got that, buy that. But make sure you have a Wii U first, because you kind of need the two to go together. If you have got a Wii U, then you should already have Splatoon. If you don't have Splatoon, then what the fuck's wrong with you? You idiot. Moving on. I can't remember what Sony... they showed Uncharted 4, which looked really cool. It was just Nathan Drake running around. Not running around properly because the fucking game crashed first thing during the time when you meant to take over the character. So that was... Everyone kind of went, restart quick. And that was that. Nintendo was the one that everyone had their eye on, because, especially us and my friends, we were like, oh my god, Nintendo going to drop the bombs. We spent the good part of two days just saying they're going to drop the bombs and they're going to destroy everyone. The only thing they destroyed was everyone's hype. So that was that. There was no Zelda. However, they said prior to E3 there was going to be no Zelda. So if you went in expecting Zelda Wii U and you were disappointed by that, well, you really are a bit of an idiot. So maybe you should rethink your life and just go to take a nap for like ever. Yeah. Then they showed off Metroid Prime Frontier fuckeries. I don't know what it was. Some 3DS game that no one wanted to. Everyone wanted a 2D side-scrolling Metroid game. We got some first-person shooting game with characters who are not Samus. So everyone was crying. There's a petition now to get it cancelled. What? Based on what? Based on the trailer. You haven't even played the fucking game, you mongs. Anyone who signs that petition, I would like to start a new petition in which I remove you from everything. Just get out. That's where you're better off. Out. Away from me. The game has... You don't even know about the game. You probably haven't even seen the gameplay, which they probably showed off at the Treehouse, which you probably didn't watch because you're too busy on the internet going, oh my god, it's not the game we wanted. Ah, I demand this. Give it to me. You're so entitled to what? You fucks. I was hoping for a new F-Zero game. I didn't get that. What we got instead was Fast Racing Neo, which is an independent developer making a game which Nintendo can't bother to do. Nintendo will probably now look at this game, and if this game does really well, which I'm assuming it will because it fills the F-Zero void, then Nintendo will be like, let's make an F-Zero game. And it's like, you fucking idiots. But whatever, if this game gets popular and it gets the success that it hopefully deserves, and that is a catalyst for a new F-Zero game, then hooray for everyone. Everyone is a winner. Yeah, they showed off Mario Maker, which I guess is their main Mario game for this year. I think people were expecting a mainline Mario game, but instead they just got this one, which looks cool. It's not for everyone, but looking at it, it looks quite fun. Plus, there's some fucking awesome amiibos for it, which I want. I want amiibos. I like amiibos. I have loads of amiibos. Look, here is an amiibo that I have. Here is another amiibo that I have. Here is another amiibo that I have. There's another one. And then there is another amiibo that I have. I have more. I can't bother to show all of them because that'll be stupid. And probably you'll get bored and just skip to the end. Or even close the window. I don't fucking know. I don't know what you do, idiots. So Nintendo showing off Star Fox at the beginning of the conference, which they introduced via the medium of puppets. Nintendo didn't go for the whole Robot Chicken side of things. Now they went for puppets, and that was we loved that. It was so cool and so funny, and they transformed into Star Fox characters, which was even more amazing. And then they showed Star Fox, which looked really cool. People were complaining that it didn't look that great, that the graphics weren't that great, and I was like, I don't give a shit about what the graphics look like right now. The game's not coming out until whenever it came out, which was the end of the year, so we've got plenty of time to fix up the visuals. But everyone's focusing on, oh, the grass textures look like rubbish. I'm sorry, this is Star Fox. The key in the name indicates it's going to be based in space, or maybe aerial combat. You're concentrating on grass. It's not fucking Star Garden, you dickhead. Yeah, fucking the textures on the grass look kind of what? Who cares, idiot? But yeah, there's that. The thing that kind of annoyed me though was after the whole direct, we found out that Platinum Games are actually developing Star Fox. What? That's the kind of shit you need to announce during the direct, you idiots. People love Platinum Games. Do you know how much people love Platinum Games? Platinum Games probably had the most games on display at fucking E3, and everyone was like, what the hell is going on? Well, they're developing Star Fox. They're developing a new Nier game, which I don't know anything about that series, but now I'm interested because of Platinum Games. And they're making a game with Activision Blue for a Transformers game, Transformers Devastation, which looks fucking amazing. Plus, I also heard that they're working on that Nintendo game that was shown off last year at E3, one of Miyamoto's projects called Project Guard. Apparently they're making that as well, and it's in conjunction with Star Fox. So everyone basically was like, yes, Platinum Games pretty much killed it. And they've got Scalebound, which wasn't shown off because Microsoft deemed it not suitable enough for E3. Personally, I think it was suitable for E3, but I've got to wait till fucking Gamescom now to see it. Whatever. So yeah, Nintendo didn't really go all out with it, to be honest with you. They kind of closed on Super Mario Maker. They spent like 1 million hours talking about Yoshi's Woolly World, and it was like, well, we don't need to know anything more about this game. You spoke about it last year, and everyone was happy with it. Now you've gone on with this woman just driveling on for like 20 minutes about it, showing us all the amiibos that she made. I want those amiibos, by the way. I've already got them on pre-order, 6 of them. I don't know why. But it was like, that could have been a lot shorter. Then they showed Animal Crossing. It's like, this is not Animal Crossing that we want. This is some home Animal Crossing game where you can be a homemaker. And the other one is some sort of fake Mario Party game that requires amiibos. Apparently that game is free of charge, but it requires amiibos to play it. So meh, whatever. I don't really care. Then they showed off, they also showed off Hyrule Warriors Legends, which everyone knew about like a week ago thanks to the leaks. But meh. And that's pretty much all I can remember. That was really exciting for me to watch from Nintendo. So meh. Mario Tennis. I like Mario Tennis on the N64. That was pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't the best of conferences from them, but whatever. I think everyone was expecting them to talk about NX and whatnot, but that's next year. They said that ages ago. They're not going to talk anything more about it until next year. But obviously, people are automatically assuming it's going to be shown this year just because of reasons. People are stupid as fuck, man. Anyway, E3 was pretty fun. I had lots of fun with my friends. We was up to like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, trying to get over the stupid announcements that were made, like crazy announcements and stuff. It was fun. Meh, whatever. But yeah, that was pretty much my thoughts on E3. I can't wait till next year's E3, and the E3 after that, and the one after that, and so on and so forth. Until I eventually contemplate my life as a big fat waste, and I just go into a deep depression, and I shut off all my friends. But until then, E3 everyone, yeah! Thanks for watching, and if you did like what this video had to offer you in your eyes, then please do like and subscribe. If you don't like it, then, well, dislike it. Leave a comment, tell me why you didn't like it. I'll definitely read it and take on the feedback on board. So yeah, do that. Okay, thank you, bye. I'm gonna press the stop button now.